I was this old when I learned about racism and now misogyny, and it is pretty disheartening, literally disheartening. So we've been raised, and we've like, how old were you when you realized you learned about racism and you realized it exists and you were affected by it? Someone called you a name while you're walking down the street, or I was going to say, guess how I know? Being told that, hey, you need some bleach as a child, as a younger person. So when you realize there was racism, and the thing is, okay, you're raised and you see all the history, you see all the great images of, white race, and you see everything to be admired, and you're like, wow, I want to strive to be that. You admire that as a well, that's how I can speak for myself. I felt as a child. I admire that. You're taught that in school. They did, all the white presidents, all the beautiful infrastructure, and all this, and the everything. So you admire, and then you realize, hey, these people hate me because of the color of my skin. Now I'm this years old when I'm learning about misogyny. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to be married. I can't wait to have a boyfriend. I can't wait. You're raised with these fairy Disney tales, and what? It's all a big, well, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to speak certain things. I'm praying for change. Things have got to change because it's pretty sad when you're out here on these YouTube streets and you see, like, someone mentioned about the women in Africa. I forget what part of Africa. A lot of women jumped into the fire, killed themselves, rather than being alive around men, I guess. What is going on? So the thing is, if things do pop off the way some people are salivating, saying, oh yeah, when election comes, I got my guns, I'm prepared, and like I say, you need a community to survive what they're talking about. You can't be a lone wolf out here, so called. So I don't know what these fantasies are about. I mean, maybe because I was in the military, a squadron, you run 50 deep. People talk about they got big families, but can these families run? A lot of Americans are. And then they say how much of us are out of shape, can't run a mile. When was the last time you picked up with your family and ran? Or you have to have stamina. You can shoot, but what if your heart can't take all the drama and you have a heart attack? You have a stroke on the field. People got allergies. They can't even be outside without sneezing. Someone hears you approaching, and you sneeze and you're out of there. It's just a lot of things I just hear people talking about, and the times are very challenging. Don't get me started on, I don't know how these prophetesses got on my timeline, but there's 3 of them now that scare. I love scary movies, but these women, it's scary. I mean, the truth is, reality is scary, and I'm laughing, but I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. I brought it up in a live stream of a YouTuber, a guy who's also very good. He's talking about misogyny, public offender. Go check him out. And he's a man who's married to a woman, and we need more men like this. So striving to be like him and supportive of women and what we're going through, and teaching us, opening our eyes. There's many women out here that are sounding the alarm of, they're going to save lives, because as black women being the most unprotected, no one's really talking. Well, there are a few niche channels, but it's mainly preaching to the choir of black women being taken out. It's just really, really, we've got to do something about it. We've got to unite, and it's just very disheartening. It's you gotta be positive. We gotta pull through it. You want to get through it, and you don't want to go out in a certain way horribly. We've got to unite, and we've got to come up with something. We have to get together. Once we get together and we're helping each other grow and get what we want out of life, survive, basically, we need food, we need water, we need air, we need peace, we need safety, we need protection. We need protection. And, I see also women saying they can do it on their own. But like I say, it goes back to the physicality. How physically fit are women? You can defend, but even holding a rifle, aiming a rifle, you don't want to be stressed out. It's one thing to play video games. I don't play video games, but it's one thing to watch movies or to fantasize or think in your mind of how war may be, but we have not experienced a war. Most people of my generation, at least, have not experienced war. A lot of people can't take noise. So it's like you don't understand. Look up things about like Holodomor and people that have survived those situations and what they had to go through and what they've seen. I believe, what's the name of this movie? Silence of the Lambs, one that's not very popular, the one that shows his beginnings. I forget the name of it, but the beginnings of Hannibal Lecter. It's based in Germany. He has a Japanese stepmom. It's very interesting, but you need to see how they're fit and how what they're going through and what they had to endure. So, and back to my point, we do need to aim to unite, incorporate men to help us to get through what's coming, what may come, or the times that are here are tough enough. You do need men to protect you because just the physicality of it all. We need their strength. It's just a given. We need their stamina. We need their wisdom. That's what they do. I heard even some YouTubers say men take life, women give life. And it seems like it's true. So if men take life and things are going where it's not an environment where it's safe to be giving life, to protect the life that's there, men are needed. So they're valuable. And we're valuable. And just consider that. I just see what's going on. It's very sad, and I understand why women are wanting to do the 4B movement and stay to themselves. And I really get that. And we need to respect that. And I feel for them. They need to be protected. They're the ones I think about. I'm like, all these women, they're good women. And it's just, I've seen that in my own family. So I definitely understand. And I do not want to see anybody, any human being, especially these good women that have been through so much trauma, go out the way some people are salivating that they go out. The same counter group that you all talk about, they're salivating. And who knows, they're going to meet their match too. They think they're the king of the jungle. Good luck with that, but it may be a mess. So I'm just saying, women really, you need to unite. Just, don't think of me as a mammy or what you call this, pick me, anything like that. Believe me, because I'm a big fan of the one with the number in her name. She helped me because I was, when you're raised on songs, Showtime at the Apollo, if you like that show, you remember the biggest song where people would win was, "And I am telling you, I'm not going. And we're the same mind, we're the same blood," and all this. So, when you're raised, you're indoctrinated. Even I had my first poster of Whitney Houston, "And I will always love you." We're indoctrinated. We're brainwashed. This new generation, there's hope for our younger men and women. And there's also hope because even, that's a terrible saying, old dogs can't learn tricks. We're not tricks. We're not dogs, I mean. Definitely not tricks. But yeah, we can learn. We see the truth. We know what we've experienced. We can learn. We can help the younger new generation of people not to go through what we're going through. They can have. Look at what I can say is I really love that Michael Jackson video. Amazon used it during Christmas time. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Now go look at the original video. It's long with a narration because there's a lot of things with the climate going on, and I'll discuss that later. But go look at that video. He left us a gift. Okay, you may not agree with Michael Jackson, but he did this video a long time ago, and he left us a gift with that song and that video. Just look at that and look at the people. Look how they're united. Look, because when things happen, everyone's going to be in awe, shock, whatever you want to call it. But, the Native Americans, they're not given the respect, the media attention, the recognition they deserve. But there's wisdom. Just look at that video. It's a beautiful song, beautiful video. He left us a gift there. And I'm just hoping, we'll get through this, and we'll get through this in better than worse. So we need to get together, and I love you. Okay. All right. Speak to you soon.